Joseph Campbell once said, "Follow your bliss, and the universe will open doors for you where there were only walls." And that means do what you're passionate and excited about. Take that trip if you want to. Pursue that dream if it makes you happy. Become a ballerina if you feel led to do so. And people will counter that. A lot of people will say to you, face reality. How much do you have to take a trip? At what age do you want to become a surgeon? Owning a private jet? Come on, that's just a dream. Face reality. And they're correct. Focus on the job that pays the bills. But the truth is, the only barrier between you and what you really want is your thoughts. At some point during the 60s or thereabout, there was an Apollo program, and a few athletes were stripped to monitors. Now, this same artist had previously run races. So what they did was they were stripped to monitors and they were asked to relive the same races in their mind. Every muscle fired during that race were the same muscles fired whilst they were thinking about it. So every thought has a frequency and it can be monitored, which is why you have to keep your thoughts positive, because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Matthew 7:7 in the Bible, and please, if you're not familiar with this, you can look it up, but it applies to everyone irrespective of your religion. Now, Matthew 7:7 says, "Ask and it shall be given to you. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door shall be opened unto you." Now, a lot of people think you can only ask by using your words, but your thoughts are included, because sometimes you're using your words, but deep down, you don't believe it's possible. Sarah, you're going to have a child at 90. Yeah, right. Mary, you're going to have a child, but I'm a virgin. What about Elizabeth? D, you're going to buy a private jet. With what? Watermelon seed? Well, I'm kidding. But the best way to look at it is this. If you know the story of Aladdin and his magic lamp, Aladdin rubs the lamp and the genie pops out. And the genie always says one thing: your wish is my command. And the wish is unlimited. He could ask for anything. Why then do you think God is kidding when he tells you to test him? Just ask and you will get whatever it is you want. But there's a clause. It doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. You will get it because you're asking. Some people speak positive, but they think negative thoughts. Why? Because they are more comfortable staying with negative thoughts because they don't want to be disappointed. The Israelites had just crossed over the river Jordan into the land of Canaan, the promised land, flowing with milk and honey, after wandering around for 40 years in the desert Sinai. This was everything they ever wanted. But the only barrier standing between them and their dreamland was the wall of Jericho. This wall was impenetrable. The wall of Jericho was described to be 11 feet high, 14 feet wide, and then at the top was a stone slope angling upwards at 35 degrees for 35 feet. Where it joined another set of massive stone walls that towered even higher. Now, for an invader to penetrate, they had to use fire to weaken the walls or tunneling. Now, this procedure will take months, and the attackers will suffer heavy losses because the inhabitants behind the wall of Jericho will fight back. God told the Israelites to march around the walls for 6 days and 7 times on the 7th day. And once they were done marching, they had to shout and the walls will collapse. Now, if God told you to march around your passport for 6 days and on the 7th day you would travel the world, you would shout amen, but deep down you'd be thinking, yeah, right. You will not believe it, but I've seen it happen. A loan of 400 million was reduced and cut down to 7 million by asking and believing. Every time you ask, through your words or your thoughts, the promise is that you shall receive. So keep your words and your thoughts positive, because either way, your wish is my command. Namaste.